Welcome to 2024, new year, new era.
This is the only podcast you want to be watching in 2024.
Christmas feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
I feel like we've been getting on really well recently.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few hiccups, but
Shut
I won't
up.
talk about those.
Emma, just don't even fight it.
You never message me, I'm a loved one.
I tell you every day.
Let's talk about 2024 then.
But it's the year of the dragon.
Unlocked.
I believe it's the year of success and the year of money.
I mean, I'll ask you how you're setting out your goals, not what your goals are, but thank you very much for all that information. Hello, everyone, and welcome to A Couple of Coaches podcast with me, the coach, and my sidekick, Michael Clark. Welcome to 2024, new year, new era, new goals, new times. Might just broke that. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas and New Year, and I hope everyone is ready and raring to go for 2024.
Fireworks.
Pew, pew, pew,
That's
pew. Just a label.
Yeah, it's a bit rubbish. But yes, anyway, thank you for following or watching the podcast. This is the only podcast you want to be watching in 2024 for all your motivation, all your help, all your tips that you need to succeed will be right here on this podcast, and even a bit of banter between two people that don't like each other.
You know, like when Christmas has been, it's been a lot. You know, he's been here a lot. He's been around a lot, and we've spent a lot of time together. I'm sure everyone's feeling it. You've been with your family, with your kids, with your parents a lot, and it's a lot.
Do you know what? No, you said the other day, you went, do you know what? I feel like we've been getting on really well recently.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few hiccups, but I
Shut
won't
up.
talk about those. We have been getting it.
Well,
you know, it's the Christmas cheer, Christmas spirit.
I mean, I'm not being funny. We actually get on really well all the time. I mean,
Nathan's like, do they?
Do they? It's not what I see before the podcast. This is all fake.
You should see the real Emma.
Boxing match.
Yeah.
But yeah, Christmas was great. I forgot what I was going to say then.
Christmas feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
No, what was I was going to say something? I've just completely lost what I was going to say.
That's good.
Oh yeah, it's New Year. Oh no, I was just thinking. I was just thinking about what we did the other day, which was actually, I mean, not that it's been fully done yet, but we decluttered the house. How good was that? Like, we went on a mission.
It was the 30th of December.
Yeah,
30th of December. We just thought, fuck Christmas, it's done, it's over.
Oh, we went
I'm
on
ready
a mission,
for a new
didn't
year.
we?
Oh my god, I was knackered by the end of the night.
Well, literally, she was like, we hadn't even had lunch. She was like, what's the time? I was like, it's nearly 4:00. We
took the tree down, we cleared out all our clothes, cleared out any rubbish to go to the tip. I did a deep clean, moved all the furniture, mopped the floor.
Oh, she moved all the furniture.
It's dirty again already, but you know, what can you do?
The wardrobe's they got it, mate. They got it, didn't they?
I became
five black sacks, I think, those were clothes.
I became a little vintage bandit.
She put loads on Vinted, we give loads to charity, so we did our bit, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still need to go to a tip because the office is half office, half tip.
Well, yesterday we were meant to. Was it yesterday? No, New Year's Eve. We were carrying some of the jobs over.
Yeah.
Onto it. I did my jobs. But Mike just sat on the sofa all day and didn't do any of his jobs.
I had a chill day. Watched a bit of football, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty hard when football's on the screen. You know, you want to just watch it.
So hard.
But you didn't do all your jobs anyway.
I did.
No,
I sorted out all my beauty stuff and I did all the vintage stuff.
You didn't clean the freezer.
I never saw that on the list. What was
That
that written down? You never told me I was cleaning the freezer.
I think that might be my job, actually.
Yeah. That is a man job, isn't it? That's such a blue job to clean out the freezer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's only to make room for that bloody little dog's food.
Yeah.
There's no human food in there.
No. We don't really eat much
We
frozen
don't eat
stuff,
do we?
though,
No.
do we?
Odd bit of bread.
Hash browns. I like a hash brown.
Yeah, I think there's a couple in there, actually. I need to
yeah.
check them out.
Yeah, we did. So yeah, we had a lovely clear out, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. It's nice to just like clear out your surroundings if you feel like you're in a stressful environment or you're very stressed. I feel like the first thing to start with is your surroundings, making sure that that's all calm. You know, like when you're trying to relax and there's such a mess and you can't relax because there's a mess, just clear it.
You know what it is? James Smith talks about it, and it's about having closing loops in your head. Like you have loads of like loops open that like will just be in your subconscious, or just be there when you're trying to sleep, or be there when you're sitting on the sofa, and they just distract you from from life, and I feel like the wardrobe was a loop. It was definitely a loop. I mean, things was hanging out. You'd look at it and think, I mean, this is her, by the way. I mean, my side is actually pretty tidy.
Are you joking?
Right, come on.
The
Emma,
bottom.
don't start, mate.
The bottom.
Half of your stuff was on my side as well.
Yeah, half of your stuff was on my side.
Emma, just don't even fight it.
Do you know what's funny is like when he'll be on his phone and I'll be like, what are you doing? He'll be like, closing my loops.
Yeah, because it's just that you have...
Closing
let's talk about loops. Like, it's just things. Like if you had it's just really good like for your brain, by the way. So you should get a bit of paper and just write down everything you can think of that needs to be done. And I mean anything from clearing out your WhatsApp to deleting apps on your phone to paying a bill to chucking this in the bin to taking this to the tip to messaging a friend or messaging a loved one that you haven't messaged or anything that you know you need to do but you just don't do. Write them all down in a list and just do them. And I tell you now, you'll feel a million times better.
You haven't messaged me. I'm a loved one.
I tell you every day. But like, do you know what I mean? I'm just trying to think of loads of different things. It could be anything.
Yeah.
But I think that's what stresses a lot of people out. I know it stresses me out if I've got loads of loops open in my head and I'm like, I know I need to do this, but I just kind of pull it off and do something else. So yeah, we had a declutter session and I think a few loops got closed that day.
Maybe that can be a good New Year's resolution for people. Close your loops each day or write down your loops that you need to close each day and then do them the next
Doesn't
day.
it even have, I mean, depending on what you do. I mean, me and Emma, because obviously we have our own business and like, we have to-do lists every day. So for us, it is like a daily thing. I mean, for a lot of people, it may not be a daily thing, but even if you just get to the end of the week and go, right, what needs closing? Mm-hmm. And you just spend 10 minutes. And if you write it down, I can't remember the statistics, but you are more likely to achieve it. So don't put it on your phone or anything. Get a piece of paper, get a notepad and just write down everything that's in your head that you know you need to do. And it can be anything that is in there. Sometimes you don't even know it's in there until you write it down and you're like,
oh shit, I need to do that.
And then funny enough, you go to bed and you have a great night's sleep because you got no loops keeping you awake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bloody loops.
Yeah, loopy.
I sometimes write some loops in bed. I'm just laying there thinking.
I think you're a bit loopy.
I'm a bit loopy. I mean, my loops are quite shut at the moment, so I'm a happy guy.
Let's talk about 2024 then.
Yeah.
Last year.
Year of the Dragon.
Year of the Dragon. What did we work out? I am an ox.
You're an ox.
And you're a rat.
No, I was a horse. But it's the year of the dragon. I believe it's the year of success and the year of money. So
that'd be nice.
That's just what I think. Numerology, that is. I think.
Yeah. Anyway.
Number 8, 2024. 2 + 2 + 4. 8. Wealth, money, success. Anyway, Emma, over to you.
What was I saying?
2024.
Can you stop interrupting
Year
me?
of the Dragon.
That
Wealth.
can be your news resolution of this year. Stop interrupting Emma. See how long it lasts. So last year, I did a little vision board for all my goals of 2023. So I sat down and I just got pictures of each thing because sometimes just seeing something and just visualizing it makes it a little bit more achievable. So I did a little collage of all the things that I wanted to do, and I think that really helped me. Set it as my laptop screensaver so that I could see it. And you know, not everyone's perfect. I don't think I ticked off every single one, but majority of it by the end of the year I could tick off. So just little things like getting a dog, starting our podcast, growing the business, going on a girly holiday, traveling a bit more. So yeah, it's quite a good way to do it. But I feel like because I didn't achieve them all, I'm thinking maybe I put too many on there. Maybe I was a bit too, what's the word?
No, I don't think that means. I don't think you no. I think
but
you're
what's
never
the
going to
word?
complete everything. I don't know. I don't know what word.
What's the word, Nathan? When you're a bit too
Optimistic.
I think I was a bit too optimistic.
1-0.
And I think maybe I stressed myself out with a few too many goals. So I'm thinking this year, I'm just going to narrow it down to like 4 main goals that I really want to close in on this year. So yeah, but I think I'll do the same thing. I think I'll put them in a little collage.
Yeah. It works well. We can see it. You see it every day as well, don't you? So.
Yeah. So that's one way of setting out your goals. Another way that I heard on the radio was someone saying about sort of treating your goals for the year like a business would. So you know how like businesses...
like I do.
You know, like businesses have quarters, so they have like quarterly meetings where they go through their targets. So like breaking your year up into quarters and thinking, right, in the first quarter, I want to achieve this. In the second quarter, I want to achieve this. And in the third quarter, I want to achieve this, because there is 3 quarters in a year. Isn't there?
4.
Oh, I got it wrong again.
God.
I got it wrong again.
Oh, mate.
And in the fourth quarter, I want to do this. Obviously, it works for businesses, so why would it not work for you? So if you would rather not look at the main goal and split the main goal into different sections, then that's another really good way. Michael, how are you setting out your goals this year?
I'm just still baffled that you said there's 3 quarters in a year. Like, what is a quarter?
I don't know.
No, but what Emma said, yeah, I mean... a few people do it. I mean, I've done it myself in terms of putting it into quarters, and then I've broken down the goals. My goals are broken down into family, business, financial, health, and adventure. So they're my kind of 5 main things. And then, so what you need to visualize is you've got your quarter, and then each quarter's got 3 months. Maybe that's where you got confused. Each quarter has 3 months.
I don't know.
So quarter 1 would be January, February, March. So then you break them down into 3 months. You can break your goals down so that it's less overwhelming. But then within each quarter, you can kind of direct where you want to achieve stuff. So in terms of, so it doesn't have to be goals. It can just be like what you want to achieve or what you want to make sure you do. So one of my health goals is to make sure I have a blood test every quarter. Oh. So I know kind of where my blood levels are, and obviously it's good for your health. You know if you're deficient in anything. So I only did 2. I only did 2 last year. So I want to make sure I do 1 every quarter. So I'm always on top. And you just don't know. I mean, you can't predict like if things are going to change within your body. So it's nice to know that you are optimal within your health and any deficiencies. Like we obviously tell our clients to take some supplements if deficient, but if you don't know, then you're just kind of taking it for the sake of it. So yeah, that's one of my health ones. But then also on health, I have that I want to run a 10K. So that's kind of a health goal, fitness goal. Fitness and health can kind of be a similar category. Category. And then things like family. My family is kind of
Let's delve into this one, shall we?
Spend more time with family, because it's quite easy to... Oh, sorry, I've got an itchy ear. It's quite easy to... not spend time with family and kind of go, I'll see him next week or next month or whatever. And without sounding shit, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's down the line, and you don't want to have that. It worries me that I wouldn't see enough of my family, and then one day it's like too late. Do you know what I mean? So kind of being a bit more thinking about that. Adventure. So I've got a couple of trips. I mean, everyone knows I love a trip. So I'm doing my biggest climb of the year, biggest climb ever in Kosovo this year. So that's the main goal. But then obviously want some adventure with Emma and friends and stuff like that. So that's cool. What other ones are there? And then business is, want to help 50% more people than we did this year. So aiming for over 120 transformations this year. And finances is just kind of making sure that we're investing correctly and stuff like that.
I mean, I asked you how you're setting out your goals, not what your goals are, but thank you very much for all that information. Good to know
I just
what
wanted
your
to
goals
give
are.
people... Oh, no. I've taken the microphone out. Emma, keep talking.
The microphone? It's your headphones.
Oh, it's my headphones. Oh, right,
Silly.
sorry.
No, very good to split your goals. That's another way of doing it, isn't it? So that's 3 different ways if you're a bit unsure of how to goal set this year. One can be a vision board, pictures of everything you want to achieve. One can be splitting it into quarters, so kind of breaking down the year and looking at like a sort of 3-month milestone. And the other one is splitting it into like categories like relationships, finance, health, fitness, business, and travel. I mean,
some people might have different things, do you know, like, I guess we've broke it down to certain categories. I guess there's probably is other categories out there that people want to do, I think. maybe. But yeah, that's kind of, I think that's 5 good elements within life, isn't it? Health, life, family, adventure and stuff. So, and then you obviously break that down. But yeah, so exciting to have them goals. Close them loops and attack them goals. But saying that, obviously goals can get overwhelming. One thing we find with a lot of people is like the end goal to what you want to achieve is obviously overwhelming. Like in terms of what I want to achieve financially and in a business, the end goal, I kind of look at that and think, fuck me, is that even possible? But you have to shoot high. And it will become possible, but you need to set your end goal at the top, but then you need to break that down. So for example, if we look at like weight loss or fat loss, whatever, like someone's goal, maybe I want to lose 30 kilos, but that's a lot of weight. Like you're looking at 60 plus pounds. But if you was then go, right, I want to lose 1 kilo 30 times or 2 kilos 15 times, it's a lot more achievable. So then you can break that down within your time period and it makes it a lot less overwhelming instead of going, oh God, it's taking me so long to get to 30 kilos when you can go, right, let's get to 2 kilos. Let's get to 4 kilos. You know?
Yeah.
Same with the running. Like, I guess 10K isn't massively overwhelming. Is it really? This is not a massive distance. I mean, a lot of people could probably just go and run a 10K. I mean, it might be very, very hard, but it's not a huge goal. But for me, it's running in 45 minutes, which I think is very, very fast. So for me, it's breaking down each kilometer or each bit and making sure that I'm kind of staying with that pace, which is proving very difficult because it is a very, very fast pace. But each time I'm running is getting better. So there you go.
Yeah. Remember as well, in terms of feeling overwhelmed, not every goal has to be completed by the end of the year.
No.
Your goal could just be to get yourself on the right track this year. So say if you do have, a lot of weight to lose, or you do have like a really high fitness goal, just getting yourself onto the right track for this year. If you don't achieve it this year, it's not the end of the world. At least you've got yourself on that path. Or if you're saving for a house, you're not going to save, well, some people might save for a house in a year, but that might not happen in a year. But at least start now. That can be your New Year's resolution, to start doing something this year. It doesn't have to be completed by the end of this year. Because if you don't start it, you're just going to keep putting it off.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. And that's also what you find with New Year's resolutions is like we said, it's a good time to realign your goals and kind of goal set and act like a business and whatever. But a lot of people do go, no, I'm going to wait for the new year, new me, I'm going to do it then. But normally that mindset, that same person is probably going to go out New Year's Eve, get absolutely battered, wake up, feel like shit, get a takeaway, and then start the year shit. Do you know what I mean? Like you need to, if you want to do it, just do it. Like I did a post recently, it actually got a lot of people messaging me, and what I said was, I'm not one for New Year, new me, because if I felt uncomfortable in my skin, if my health was bad, if I was unfit and I couldn't play with my children, if I had children, I'd play with a dog or stuff like that, I wouldn't wait till the new year. Like me personally, I would just be like, no, I need to sort this shit out now. Like regardless of whether I can be 100% optimal, I would like to start connecting the dots. And people need to do that. And I do understand that, especially when it gets to like November, that festive period, people are like, well, I can't give it 100%. So you're never going to give it 100%. If you want to do it sustainably and you're not an actual athlete who competes at a high level, you're not going to give it 100% all the time. Are you?
It's life, isn't it?
It's life. You're still going to have kids or family to work around. You're still going to have social events or holidays and stuff. That's always going to be there. That's not going to go. So if anything, you should always just start connecting the dots straight away and at least be that 1% better and start to pursue what you want to achieve. Yeah. You feel that?
I feel ya.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the New Year podcast. So yeah, like I said, if anyone wants a decent podcast to listen to, then you should be here. If you're still here,
You should be here. If you are still here, thanks, Dad.
cheers, Dad.
So yeah, I think that's just a few tips basically on how to set out your goals for this year. It's important to always have goals. Doesn't matter just because it's not just because it's a new year doesn't mean you should suddenly have these goals. You should always have goals to be working towards, always trying to make yourself better, and aim high.
Yeah, aim high. Yeah, and just to recap, don't get too overwhelmed. So it's just such a big thing to get overwhelmed and stress about not hitting certain things. But if you've got goals set out and you are working towards them, then you're doing a good job.
You are.
You know, at least just focus on winning each day and just moving forward towards your goal. Even if you get 0.5% closer to that goal, you're still getting closer. But don't wait. Because I tell you one thing that doesn't wait for you, and that is your lifespan, mate. Because time doesn't wait, mate. Every day you're getting, your life is negative.
All right, Michael. Can we end on a positive note, please?
No, but you know what I mean? Like, that's what I tried to say to people, like, without sounding like grim, but life is like a clock, mate. It only goes one way.
It's fucking ticking.
I mean, maybe when we're older, there may be some sort of like cure where you can kind of gain some years back, but at the moment there ain't. All right, so your life clock's always ticking, and
do it now.
It's quite easy to put stuff off, but just do it. Just do it.
Nike, just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
So thank you for listening, everyone.
Yeah,
I hope that was helpful in terms of setting your goals out for 2024. We have a lot of exciting things coming for you on this podcast for this year. So stay tuned, stay involved, follow us on all our socials.
Yep.
And we'll see you in the next one, won't we?
See ya.
Ta-ra.
Set up.